Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
So listen, like I say, man, you know, they coming like 10 deep, you know, and it's not the normal, like I said, they got the dog with them, so we used to seeing a dog, man. You know, they always got the dog breathing down our necks when we walking up the boulevard, but they always behind us. Sometimes they on the side, you know, so we used to all that. We used to, anytime they come, we used to the dogs, we used to, but in here, we are trained over time to look for certain different things, like the walk, the talk, the movement, who is there, like if it's a lieutenant, a captain, you know, if they got strike force clothes on, regular clothes, we train to look for all of that. That way, we can size the situation up and know how real it is, or if it's just some blow through, putting from pretenses, you know, for the aesthetics of it. They just coming through for everybody can see them, you know, like that scary tactic shit. But anyway, so they go to the cell that I just came out of a couple of days prior, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm at the door, like I ain't no dumb nigga. Like, all right, so my celly in the back, like, yo, let me see. So I slide to the side. He stand up on the little boxes we had, the great toast at the time. He stand up on the box, and he's looking out like, hey, yo, bro, that don't look good. So I'm already knowing what's up. So I get the black and mild out that I had lit earlier. You know, I lit it back up. I'm smoking because I'm thinking, I'm knowing like I'm about to go on the ride. Like they definitely about to come bag me. So I'm at the door. They coming up the stairs. They beat the corner. My cousin yell out the door, yo, cuz, they coming your way. So I'm at the door like, all right, yeah, whatever, here you go. So they come to the door like, hey, who's Styles? I'm like, yo, that's me, man, what's up? So it was like, look, man, put your hands behind your back up to the tray slot. So I'm like, man, look, bro, I ain't cuffing up, bro. Like, go get somebody, let me know what it is, go get the captain, get the unit manager, let me know the count. Like, I ain't cuffing up. So he like, listen, we gotta take you to medical. And at the time, you know, anybody they took the medical, it ain't always for the exceed the doctors and nurses. That was their way of sliding you to the investigators so niggas won't see, like the snitches be going to medical.
Facts.
Talk to the investigators on the low. You know the count.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So I'm like, nah, we ain't going to medical. I don't need medical attention. Anything y'all need to talk to me about, we could talk in the middle of the park or in the office with the door in front of everybody. Like, that's the count. That's how dudes can know what it is. Or you could talk right here at the door so my Shelly, who not in my nation, who a blood, he could be my witness. That I ain't say nothing out the way. That you feel me? Like that's what it was. Even though niggas know the count, I ain't no rat nothing. You feel me? Like, but in here, optics is everything. How people perceive situations is everything, man. You might be in a life or death situation because you was off one-on-one with the police talking for too long. You feel me?
That's a fact.
That's an asshole. Next thing you know, they snitch jacketed or bad jacketed. That's what they used to call. They put that snitch phone on you, and when that spread around, it's a wrap. It's hard to get that off you, bro, at all. But anyway, so they like, nah, you got a choice. You cuff up or we cuff you up. So I'm pretty much like, man, listen, I ain't refusing to cuff out. All I'm saying is I ain't going to medical to talk to nobody. So at this time, the unit manager come, it was a dude, Oates. His name was Oates, J.D. Oates. He come, he like, look, Styles, we're not going to take you to medical to talk to the investigator. We're taking you to medical so you can get observed by the doctors and the nurses because we got two others that we taking with you. Now, they came from the cell I was in with the two white boys. So I'm knowing a nigga dropped it off. You feel me? It don't take no rocket science. I'm like, okay, a nigga dropped it off. Because even though I was in the gang pod and non-privileged and they saying this the worst of the worst, they don't have niggas pushing that banger, pushing that knife, stabbing shit. They don't have niggas this renegade running their sales because it's on the up and up, like I'm getting some get backs for my man that can't get to you. That wasn't really heard of, bro. Like
right.
We mobbed up and handle shit on the yard, in the gym, at programs, in the chat hall. It wasn't no really, let me slide on a nigga on some real, no stylish, secretive shit. That wasn't really happening because I'm around a bunch of young niggas who couldn't think. not discrediting them, but their movements wasn't like that. So seeing that, somebody in there had to drop it off. Although I never found out if that was the case or not. But they took me to medical with the two dudes, and they looked all over me. I ain't talked to nobody, escorted me straight to say. So that's the jail in the jail. So now I'm in the jail. 72 hours passed. The intel officer, the unit man officer, the hearing officer come to the door. Now, in jail ain't no secrets. Everybody's on the door when somebody walk through and the tray slot stay open. So I don't mind having a conversation because everybody can hear. So anyway, I'm at the door like, yo, what's up? Why I'm in the hole? Well, we got valid information that you did, ran in the cell, you stabbed him, we couldn't find. I'm like, yo, listen. Pull a camera. Now, I'm thinking, you know, like, I know the count. I know what it is. The camera flip over every 48 hours. So we talking about 3 days removed. Well, 5 days. Well, we are 5 days technically because it was 2 days later, and now 3 more days removed. Ain't none of that on camera no more. So I'm like, man, pull a camera. See where I was at. I ain't do nothing. I just got here. They put me non-prison for orientation. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't nothing to do with nothing. You know, I'm pretty much like, ask you no questions, I tell you no lies. So anyway, they say right there like, well, the investigators say, listen, the warden's coming in. She want to talk to you. The warden name was Kelly at the time, woman. She comes to my door and say, off the bat, I read your file. I read your record. You got sent here from Nottoway for inciting a riot, gang activity, because at the time they was calling the God's gang, and we're not a gang. We are definitely a culture, but they have you on gang activity, gang affiliation. They was like, we know why you here. You got stabbings, you got assault, you got night charges and riot charges on your record. You're not touching my yard ever again. We transfer you back to Wallace Ridge. So I'm like, all right, well, what are we talking about then? So I leave from the door. They had the door looked at, we just want ain't nothing to talk about, man. Get away from the door, man. So they eventually leave the door. I'm in SEG 3.5 months. While I'm in SEG, we could see out the window on our SEG before they put the white coating over the window where you can't see out. Even though we can see out, it's little holes we look through, you feel me? So
right.
We seeing out. And at this time, about 3.5 months done passed, and we see a big ass gang fight. Bro, look, I'm talking about the Bloods and Crip homies is going all out.
On the yard.
Each other. Bro, listen, I ain't making it up. When I tell you it had to be about 15 on 15, and everybody either banging with the fist or banging with the knife, they stacked, bro. 3 bodies was dropped that day. Nobody died, but one of the guys got stabbed up in the head. He was in ICU on intensive care for like 6 months. Another one got airlifted. Another nigga got airlifted. He had to get 72 stitches and staples in his back. That's how bad this joint was. But they need room now because they went around. You know how they do when you was in. Anything time something like that happened, they gonna snatch up all the big homies. Anybody got gang affiliation, they locking them up. They doing their investigation. Well, guess who they gotta let out the hole? Cause they gotta let me out the hole, bro. Not just me, but everybody else that's damn near back there. Because at the time, Sussex 1 had death row on the bottom 2 pods in 3 buildings, and the upper 2 was the only 2 SEG cells.
So they only had 2 population pods. I mean, two segregation pods.
That's it. So, and you know the count is only that only amounts to that's 40. That matter of fact, that's 44 cells, but instead of double up, it's single. So you only got enough cells
88.
to put 88 people, bro. And we're
That's
talking
crazy.
about 30 of them just got the record, 3 dropped. So you got 27 that got to come along with everybody else that they locking up for gang ties. Bro, they come to my door. Intel officer and the unit manager. Style striking shit. I'm talking about no ICA, no former hearing, no nothing. I packed my shit up like, oh yeah, I'm out. Like they giving me a way out. They were like, listen, we got to put you in upper 2. Now I'm thinking I'm going back to non-privileged. Nah, I went to upper 2 building. Now check it out. I'm in upper 2 building, and the dude Debo is in upper 2 building. Remember Debo that I ran into?
Yeah. Went under the bed.
Yeah, bro. He's in upper 2 building. I don't know this at the time. So anyway, I'm walking down the boulevard. They like, go to property. I stop at property, get my property, no TV and everything. I'm walking down, and on the yard, it's 2 buildings out on the yard. So I'm coming through, and the guards hollering, yo, peace to the guard. I'm like, yo, peace up with the sign. They like, yo, homie right there, bro. Like, the 85er right there that you got at, man, he in the pod with us. Like, what's good? So I'm like, yo, this chill. Like, I'm walking through, like, everything breezy. Like, man, this chill. Like, I don't want to put them on notice and put the police on notice like what it is. So anyway, I'm trying to come from up underneath the investigation and the charge that
Facts.
that could be pending. I'm still trying to come from up underneath that. So I gotta let shit be easy. Anyway, I go to the pod. I'm chilling. A couple of weeks pass. They come through. They don't write no charge. Check the box. State investigation complete. I'm good. They had no evidence. All they had was a confidential informant. They couldn't give us no names. Didn't let me know none of that. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever. So about 2 days after that, I'm in the hallway. We coming back from commissary because at the time we had to walk to the window. Remember that? We had to walk to the window. So yeah, it's only 2 windows. We walking to the window, but I don't got commissary. I just slide out because C-Pod is coming back last call, and D-Pod, which is my pod, is going out first call. So me and my guys, we slide out first call just so we can be the last call. And who do I meet in the hallway? Debo. So check it out. round 2 about to commence. So I'm sitting right there in the hallway like, listen, going downstairs, lock the door. Going upstairs, lock the door. I'm meeting him in the halfway point. He coming upstairs, bro. He dropped the bag. I'm thinking he dropped the bag because he about to get some work. Like, nah. He dropped the bag, copped all type of deuces. Look, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to pay the money and tell your man that I don't want no problems, man. Listen, man, you can have this right here. So I'm looking at him like, all right, nigga, tell my man, grab the bag, then. Get the bag. So I pull him to me like, yo, come here. Like, come here, let me holler at you. So he come up, man, listen, bro, look, I ain't know, man, I just had to get away, man. I was going to pay him the money, put pressure on me, X, Y, Z. I'm like, listen, you owe $250, bro. Listen, all this over $250. So I want the people to know that that's how serious life and death is in prison. Dudes is hungry. Like $250 is big shit. I can start my store box and live for the rest of my bid if I got 20 years off that $250 and I start the right business in the penitentiary. That's so significant. It's either like I don't eat and I'm hungry, living off state food, meat rock or whatever, well, I'm throwing up and it ain't right for the body, or I'm eating kind of good every other night because I'm running a store box business 2 for 1. That's the difference between having $250 and not. So in my mind, like, I ain't shaking like that. Like, my family from out of state, my family in the mud, bro, like, they struggling. They send me like $20 at a time, and I'm grateful. I appreciate that because any little bit of help helps. You feel me? So I take the bag. I'm like, listen, this is what you owe. Anytime you go to the store, you owe 50 out the bag. Now, I say that because I don't want to take his whole bag because then if he go tell, I get nothing. I got to leave on road where he can eat and be comfortable, where he don't have no problem paying. We don't want no resistance. We want it quiet as possible. He start doing that. Man, why this guy come to me a month later with the last payment like, hey, yo, Devon, look, I know a guy that get on. Man, you want to get some money. This the same dude, you feel me, like, that I done hit, made him get under the bed. He putting me onto a list. I know a dude that's getting on. And at the time, you know, niggas working with the trap at the time. So I'm like, all right, like, run it down to me. Well, he lived next door to me, things of this nature. Like, he by himself, he a quiet dude. But I know he get on because I smell it, and dude's always at his cell buying. So I'm like, all right, well, listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to set up with him and me where you acting like I'm a buyer. Now, I was a stick-up kid on the street.
Right.
We played every type of con game, every type of manipulation game, just to get an information, a piece of information, just to get a glimpse at something. So most times I had no bread, but I looked the part. I dressed fly, got my jewels on, pull up in a nice stolen car. So when the man that I'm coming to holler at see all this, he thinking, well, I got one. Like, I got a nigga that's going to spend some bread, and I talk the talk. You feel me? So he set the meeting up. So me and the dude Slaughter, this is his name, real last name Slaughter. He like, man, look, man, I don't deal with many people, man. I'm from Virginia Beach. I don't deal with many people. I like my business to be kept on the low. And man, listen, this is what I get. And I get this. I can't say what date, for who, what, where, but I'm able to sell you spoons at $50 a clip. If you buy more than one, I give you a deal, $35 a clip. Now, you know what the spoon consists of, man. You know niggas be shaking. I'm talking about like a real live table spoon, feel me? So I'm like, all right, $50 a clip, like, cool. What about if I come get 10? Now, I gotta say some things to make him feel like he about to get real bread.
Right.
I'm like, listen, I don't want nothing but 10 and better every time. Listen, bro, I'm trying to cop right now. Now, it was no cash apps, no Zelle and Venmos, none of that. At the time, it was the green dots. You know?
Right.
That was the thing popping. Yeah, or you take it off your books. So I'm like, listen, you got 10 right now, I'm ready to cop right now. I got green dots set right now for that money right now. He like, yeah, sure, listen, I'm in sale 44, and I'm like, look, say less, bro. I'm going to get about an hour and I'm going to come holler at you, right? So I go back to my pod, dap him up, he dip, go back to his pod. Now, we waiting, I say an hour because when the night shift changed, I can slide over to their pod with the niggas that do the ice cream tickets, fast ice cream tickets, and the niggas that do the chemicals, mop heads, and the wax. I can slide over like I'm a worker. Now, my man had no problem with getting me out, but I got to tell my partner to count so he can slide with me because that's his job. So I'm for real, I'm putting my man's job in jeopardy if anything go crazy. Man, so this is like the ending of it to let you know how it got crazy. In the beginning, how this same dude turned into one of my biggest guys, put me on.
Right.
So I slide over at nighttime. We both, I'm like 6:45, 7 to count clear. They let us out for night break. I slide over. The CO sit down. Because at nighttime, it ain't no, it's one gunman in the booth. There's a control booth officer controlling the doors and one gunman. But they got to walk back and forth to both pods. Now, I make my way up to the cell while the gunman is on C-pod on window bars. But I step in front of the cell, not like I'm just kicking and all that. And he like, man, you know, when he slides to D side, the gunman, it's when I ran in the cell. Like, yo, pull the knife out. Like, yo, let me get that. Man, what you talking about, man? Let me get that. Put the knife to his neck. So I had a saying, bro, give it to me or give it to God. Like, you take your pick. And most niggas, being honest with you, gangster or not, you get that drop on them, you put that knife on them, bro, or you punch them in their lips, right, putting out their mustache off, they giving that shit up, bro. I'm talking about that's just what it is. Black, white, or indifferent, bro. They giving it up. And all they trying to do is get some get back. Now, you got niggas that's gonna fight back. This dude, what you talking about, man? Listen, man, I ain't got nothing. Man, listen, you just told me you got 10. Let me get all of that, bro. Like, let's go. He take a step back and swing. He get brave. He swing. So I swing. We touch. I got the knife on me, bro. But he's so close where I can't get a good swing and hit him with it. So I got the knife just gripped in my hand and my fist balled up and we swinging, we blowing. He is fighting, bro. This ain't no joke. He connected. He's hitting me. Like, so it ain't no he just pussied out. He just did all that to get himself together and we getting it. You hear us. Slamming against lockers, slamming against the door, slamming against the back bed. We getting it. All I know is I got the knife in my hand. All I need is a up and don't hit the floor. That's the only thing going in my mind. Don't hit the floor. He ain't hitting me hard enough to knock me out. I'm bigger than him anyway. But he's not hitting me up, but he's giving me the business. Because he's fighting for his life. He see the knife and he know what I'm coming on, so he's fighting for his life. Anyway, the door slide open. Who comes in the cell? Debo, the nigga that put me on the plane. Debo, listen, when I tell you Debo just Van Gundy this nigga, he jumped on the ground and grabbed the nigga legs, B. You hear me?
Stop, man.
Can't make it up. Man, word, bro. Grab the nigga ankles. So I hit the nigga. Hit him with a right hook. Had the knife, got the knife in my other hand, and I go to swing the knife. He dipped back, gets on the bottom bump, and puts his legs up. Like, you got it. Tells me where to work at. Debo grabs the work, dip out the cell. I'm backing up. He sit on the bump. All right, you know it ain't over. Now I got an option. I can step to him and start hitting him, or I can back out and be like, man, all right, whatever, pussy. Like, so I take option two, like, all right, whatever, pussy. Like, you know where I'm at. I ain't hard to find, nigga. So this all part of being a wolf, bro. Like, it ain't good. Sometimes it ain't right. Sometimes it sound bad to the ears, but it is what it is, bro. We behind this wall. It's survival.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, whatever, pussy. You know where I'm at. You know where to find me. I'm right next door. Nigga, ain't hard to find. We're on the yard. We go to Chad. You know the count. So I back up. That was the last I seen of that guy, bro. He ain't never showed no more. Next thing you know, he checked in the hole. He was out.
That nigga, hey, Divine, he checked in, bro, man. Good.
Man, big facts, bro. He was out. He feared for his life, man.
Hey, bro, hey, Divine, that's word. That's Sussex 1, bro. Like, I tell my audience, bro, that joint is a wild prison, man. Like, I never made it there, bro. Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, nigga.
That's crazy. Hey, look though, man, we appreciate you though, bro, man. Like always, man. Goddamn, we gonna come back with some more spoken word from the brother Divine, and that's how we going, Divine. Tell him we out of here.
Yo, we out, B. Next time, man. Catch up.
Facts.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.